Let's see if I have enough memory. Saturday, October 12th, 2019. Bruce here, Mesh Grow Bags, the bamboo guy. This is my Giganteus from June 19th that I ordered online, and a couple other Sinicus that I started from seeds. And they're getting a few months old now, obviously getting pretty big, 3-4 foot tall. So this one's got like 9 shoots out of it, 9 culms, starting to make some branches, and it's getting to the point where you can kind of see what it's going to look like. You can see some of the characteristics and color, and they're not just these tiny little, this one, when I first got this was it. That was one leaf, that was it right there. And then that's the second leaf, and then I guess that was the third leaf, and so on and so forth, fourth leaf. And then I think this was fifth and sixth. It started 2 at the same time, and then the last 2 it put out was this one and this one. But the leaves are, starting to show some of the size. Look at there's wider than a dollar bill a little bit, and just about cover a whole, about the size of a dollar bill there. And you can kind of see some of the color and feel, like if you try to rub the edge of this leaf backwards, there's little tiny hairs on there. You can barely see them, but they kind of catch your there. And on the bottom side, I don't know if you can see it, but they're kind of velvety. They got a real fine layer of super fine hairs on there, so they're really kind of soft, and I mean they feel just like velvet. Now this one's a little crinklier and harder. It's not quite as velvety on the bottom, and the top's got a little more spike to it, kind of got a little more grip. But the stem has got kind of fuzzy. Let me focus on that. It's got kind of a fuzzy gray look to it, a little bit of red color to it, little kind of grayish, a lot of gray, but and there's the bottom. It's got that brownish kind of, I think that's what it's going to end up with. It's going to have a lot of that brown culm covering everything with the greenish gray. And that's the Giganteus, of course. And then over here is my Sinicus from seed, and this one's only, when was this? This was August 1st, so this is a month and a half old, and it's just started its 4th shoot right over here. It's a tiny, the little one. It's only a couple days old. It's already like 4 or 5 inches tall, so definitely growing fast. And this one's got kind of a more reddish color on the culms, or on the sheath culms, than the, whoa, almost fell over backwards here, tripping over stuff. See, the Giganteus has got kind of a greenish gray brown color, and then the Sinicus has got this kind of purpley red color, and these dark little hairs that you can see on the, if your camera will focus. I'm probably going to run out of memory here. There you can see the hairs on that stem. And we got that reddish purplish color. Here's another Sinicus, same thing. It's got that little bit of purplish color, kind of a little hint of red there. And up here you can see it on the, and these leaves are more smooth. They don't have the fuzzy on the bottom like the Giganteus does. That was another thing I noticed. These are real papery, shiny, smooth, slick, kind of like a banana leaf, and equally as big. I mean, they're even a little bit bigger than the other ones here, than the Giganteus. But these got the velvety, soft bottom. You can see the dew sticking to the bottom of that leaf there, and the fuzzy. I don't know if you can see the fuzz on there or not, but it is fuzzy. And these ones are all kind of shiny and smooth. They don't feel fuzzy. I mean, there's a little on the edge of those. It's got a little bit of spine to it, a little bit of spike there that grips your fingers, but the middles are real smooth, real shiny, much more like a banana leaf than the Giganteus. So that's something I noticed right away. If you got some big, huge bamboo and you're trying to figure out what's what, that might help you. The Giganteus leaves are fuzzy, very soft and velvety on the bottom, and the Sinicus are pretty papery, kind of thick. You know, they're not real thin, but they're pretty smooth and don't have a lot of velvet on them. Oh, and something I noticed about the aspers, this may or may not, I got to keep an eye on these, but it seems like the aspers, as soon as they get their second and third little shoot coming up, the first shoot just drops off. It just dies. It just woof, it's gone. I mean, it turns to like paper. And I think I had a couple, no, those must be, oh, those are long internodes anyways. I'm trying to look at the aspers here. That's an asper. But yeah, you'll see that first branch or that first little leaf and it's just papery, dead, gone, and the next ones are taken over, just like this one here. These are all aspers here. So that one there will probably be dying off pretty quick like this one is. Oh, and here's one of my clones. This is probably one of my November, December clones from 2018. And I just noticed the other day, this thing coming up. Got a nice big shoot there. Pretty good size diameter on that thing, and that's growing right off of the, you know, here's the stalk. So it made a pretty nice little root ball on that thing. We've had pretty good rain, and it's already got this 6-foot branch that it made there, or shoot. So the second one's going to be, you know, pretty big around. It's 1.5 inch diameter. That might be 10-12 foot, so that's going to be nice. Got a couple others starting out here too. Again, we got some good rain the other day, and I think that helped everything. But look at the size of this Giganteus, man. That thing's getting gigantic. Yeah, I have got everything labeled now, so I can tell what's what and when it was planted. This is a Sinicus here. This is like my number 3 Sinicus. It's got a nice third shoot on it. Kind of got that little purpley, reddish looking culm sheath on there. Just got it in a 15-gallon pot yesterday. I got another load of coconuts coming today, I hope, and some more 15-gallon pots, I hope. Keep my fingers crossed, we'll see. And of course, I got all my other, these are Sinicus here. Got a couple long internodes there. This is another Sinicus trying to lose its chlorosis. It's got a branch on that second shoot, but it's still got a little chlorosis on the bottom leaves. It's just one of those deals, like this one over here. This is, oh, it's got a double shoot. 2 shoots on that, both of them completely white. Ooh, that one's got a little tiny bit of purple on the end of it. I don't know if we can see that there. Look at that. So that's, and I tipped that one up to get it out of the water. A lizard jumping off there. So these are old roof pans, so they hold some. Wait a minute. Okay, those aren't roots. I was thinking, what the heck? But I use those roof pans. Makes a nice little tray to hold water in, but when you get a little too much water, you have to pull stuff out because they get a little bit flooded. Too much water doesn't help the chlorosis. I got this little guy down here. It's making another shoot here, but it's been really slow going. I don't know. I think it's been a little too wet too, so I put it down here so it could dry out a little more. And I get a little moss growing in there. But yeah, little tiny shoot on that thing. It's been like that for about 4 or 5 days. It's not really growing. And oh, this is the one that got bitten off by something. Oops. Actually, there I go. Just broke the rest of it. Way to go. So we'll see if that one makes it. Hopefully it's, I might need to repot that. It doesn't have a very good mix in it. It looks like it's in just about pure peat. It's got a lot of charcoal in there, but I don't know. I don't like the look of that mix. There's nothing in it. I don't see any crab shell. It doesn't smell like anything. This stuff's got thorvin kelp, crab shell, bone meal, a little bit of dolomitic lime. Man, it does smell good. Man, that's some good smelling dirt there, or mix. There's no sand in it. And there's a little bit of perlite. This doesn't seem to have any perlite in it. There's not a lot of coconut in there either. I got to change this. That's part of the problem. This is just too dense. Not enough nutrient. And it's too wet. So I got to dump that out and redo that one. All right, well, there's the characteristics of the Sinicus and the Giganteus Giganteus right next to each other. So yeah, this one's got a grayer looking stem on it, and the Sinicus has got a red sheath culms, or reddish purplish, turning to gray, and then it's got those little dark red hairs all over the top part of the culm. And this has just got a gray. The Giganteus just has like a gray little fuzzy felty or velvety fuzz on it. October 12th, 2019 cut.